What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vonnie Ruby Reacts, and we're watching 90 Day the Other Way.
Welcome back, guys.
That's right. I don't know where Corona been. Do she play on the show? What is this about? It's hard to get to Iceland. They're getting to Ireland, ain't they? They're getting to where Joanne at. I don't know. She ain't in school, so I don't get it. Maybe they been broke up, and they saving clips that could last them. Maybe they only had 3 or 4 clips the entire season that they'll show them towards the end to make it seem like they was a part of the program.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting on Dimsy the Dump Statler, but they didn't show them on this episode because maybe they savoring it for the next one. So don't expect to hear nothing about Dimsy and Statler. Let's move forward. Welcome, guys. Welcome all our new subscribers, and welcome to everyone who peeks in from time to time. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the likes. And thank you for the comments you've been leaving. Let's get started. Josh and Lily. Remember, we left off on Josh telling Lily, hey, I got a surprise for you. Lily say, for me? You surprise me? Basically, he don't be surprising her. That's what I got. He ain't never doing shit and he ain't got a surprise.
Yeah.
So he takes her to a place where he surprises her with the tradition Chinese wedding attire for the man. And they share a dance and they practice dancing around the room. He do need to get his counting steps together. But Lily and him were extremely happy. He kissed her. And it was about time finally, I would say.
Yeah, and she was starting to feel loved, because he took some time and he was just focused on her. So she felt like, okay, I told him I don't feel like you loving me. So now she feels loved by him because he's taking some time and he surprised her with this dance. So.
Dang, man. Like, what is he doing? Like, he ain't tried to show her nothing nice?
I don't know. It don't look like it take
much to make her happy.
To please her. It really don't.
Like a nice gesture? He must just be out.
Checked out. Because that's all she's looking for, really, is just love gestures, That's all.
That was pretty much all they had on Josh and Lily. So we'll move on to Joanne and Sean. Joanne takes her boys privately to go speak, and she discusses with them the moves that's going to be needing to be made, where they're going to stay, what's their opinions. Of course, she see the hurt in their eyes. She never told them. She deceived them. She could see it in Joey. I don't think Joey want to talk with the camera right now.
No, he don't. You see how he keep looking away?
Yeah.
Like he has a lot on his mind. He is hurt. He's heartbroken. I think he is angry because of how long she kept this secret and for what kind of secret it is. I mean, you keep that kind of secret and you're the child. It just feels like now you're alone, and now this person has your parent, and this is a totally different country, so it raises a lot of concerns, about where the children are going to stay, and if their mom is even going to be in their life, because you married now and you've been married for 2 years with this guy, so I think he's more angry than anything. And no, he can't display that on camera.
Yeah, I think if they would have told the children up front 2 years ago, we'll be over this part right now, and they'll just be visiting. So I don't know if she want to shuffle the boys between grandma, their dads, and her. But the boys need to get back with her on what they want to do. Now Sean, he goes to speak privately with Bella. And Bella thinks he needs to get a better brain. The next time he decides to keep something from her, she's not forgiving him. She's happy for them. If he has something he better tell her, he need to tell her straight away.
Straight away.
No corner cutting. Bella easy, she's smooth. She's enjoyed the day her stepbrothers, and she liked that Joe's her stepmom.
Yeah.
Which the little boy reminded her, she's been your stepmom for 2 years and you didn't even know. So again, the children back there like, Donna, Joanne's mom, tells her best friend Nicole that she is not on board with this. Her life's in New York and those are her grandchildren. She's not standing for them moving over there.
Correct.
I mean, you don't have a say so. I mean, you do if you got grandparents' rights. It's just visiting. She just gets. They're gonna have to visit her. Of course, Joey don't have long before he's 18 to make his own decisions. This whole thing could be worked out. If they've been dating for 2 years, I would think if he was banned from the U.S. for 3 years, he only got 1 year to do. So she could only visit there for 1 year. Then she could start making arrangements for them to move there where she is. It'll make life easier.
Yes.
That was pretty much today's story. It was a slow bopping episode. James and Meitalia. So James and Meitalia are taking a ride. They head to go get his visa. He's been there a week, and this is the only way he can stay. He's accepted that he don't think he's going to make money with the banana business. So he want to try his hand at maybe using the jewelry company that they ran when he was back in the U.S. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say that's not going to work either, because something about that led you to think about banana chips before that. So if you chose banana chips over you doing import-export, that make no sense. You should have been chose import-export. So something not right about this jewelry business either. You would have definitely picked that over trying to add up whatever the banana chips was going to make. Now, James explains that he can't afford to bring the dog there because of the outbreak, the rabies outbreak. But he also find out that he can bring the dog there, but he just can't afford it. And if he do brings the dog and they don't find a way that they could settle in the U.S., I mean in her country, in the Philippines, then he won't be able to bring the dog back. Now, Meitalia is crying about the dog, and that's her family. I don't get any of this. Mm-hmm. Why y'all left the dog in the first place? Meitalia, why you left in the first place? You and this girl been talking on the phone for years. If she decided that it was because of her thyroid or her missing her family, he should have let her go back, and she would have just had to miss his ass. Because I be damned, you going to be looking at me, I can't afford nothing, I can't buy shit over here, and you're going to turn around and put that on me. Yeah. You left. You wasn't trying to stay. You wasn't trying to work with me. He need to stay in the U.S. until he saved up enough money and or figured out a business he could run in the Philippines. You need to take business there.
I agree. Before he even went there, because of their situation that he put them in, and without selling the car, and things were probably just last minute trying to get money for this and that, he should have stayed behind. She wanted to abruptly leave because health reasons or whatever her real reason is. You should have let her go. You stay 6 months behind, stack, and then you go.
You telling me not one car dealership want to buy that car? Or for what he want? So James asked Meitalia, will she come back to America if they had to go back? And she's like, let's make sure we don't gotta go back. And he feel like she being indirect, giving vague answers, but she ain't. If she said, let's make sure we ain't gotta go back, that means she don't really want to be in your country, bro. Mm-hmm. She just wants you to get the dog. That tell you how much she love you too. Y'all can't even be apart to make something happen. All together. She wasted your time too, coming to the States. She couldn't hack it. She didn't go. Everybody gets sick in a new country. You got to go over there. You got to get over that period. It could be months. It could be a year. The air quality, the food, everything's different. Mm-hmm. James brings up this shit again. What if I don't want children? Am I enough for you? She should say, hell no, you ain't enough. You know you ain't enough. But I can't even get mad at James. If you heard that your man didn't want children, you gonna be quiet about it, don't bring it up and marry him, knowing you? What's also an issue is when somebody's more close to a friend than they are to their spouse, y'all marriages to shits. You could tell this girl you don't want children, but you can't tell it to her. You can't tell her verbatim, I'm not gonna want to have children, I never wanted children, I made up my mind, that's that. Now, why you trying to rob her? Mm-hmm.
Still stringing her along as if, oh, I'm not sure if I want children or not.
I don't know. He give pansy. He give me he's a bottom. And I don't know if he might be using her.
Yeah.
He don't want to work with the family business. They making money over there or whatever. He don't want that. Mm-hmm. I think he want to lean on her. He sound like Lauren.
Yeah.
I ain't got this dude wrong for that.
It's sad.
Wasting that girl time like that. Won't you just pack up and leave?
Yes, because he is more so not wanting children than wanting them. And she wants a baby, period. It's not about if you could afford it or not. It's never about if you could afford it or not.
I don't even think he's thinking of that. He don't come off like he's a provider. He come off very weak.
Yes.
Like, I ain't.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like he ran from that family business? Like, he didn't like it. He tried to dip to Alaska before, somewhere with a girl. I feel like he don't like that family business. He don't want to do it. Now, there's money back there waiting to be made. Overtime. They need him. But this girl can't sit there and be cool. So they could stack and come back to the Philippines. She gonna leave.
Yeah.
Well then, her love ain't that strong. Let her go. If she's still free and single, after you stack up some bread, then head back.
Yeah.
The dog stand, you stand. She can't live without the dog, she'll stay. She could live without the dog, she left. She could live without him. So I don't know. I feel like they need to call it. Corona and Ingy. Ingy takes Corona to meet up with some Black Islanders so she could figure out how to navigate being in this all-white country and have some bonding time and could relate. Totally get it. If you're not Black, then I don't care if you don't get it. If you drop a white person off in Africa, and I ain't talking South Africa, in Ghana, I mean, I'm pretty sure you understand. You need people around you that remind you of you, look like you. You need to feel safe. So she meets with the Black group, look like 3 of them. I don't know. They obviously was discussing why she was coming, who she was there visiting. They already had their preconceived notions about her. However, they were all the same. But they did mention that people that usually came for a significant other. And they tell her you either noticed or you completely ignored. Now, the women said that they don't get that. It could be different depending on if it's the man or not. They also said the children are filterless. Whereas the adults stare at you and may glance off, the children say, why is your hair like that? Why is your skin brown? Let me tell y'all, I couldn't do it. I don't care who is of another race that downplays it because they simply don't understand what it's like to be isolated. It's like being the only Black person and let's stop using, I really don't want to use colors. Being the only Israelite or Hebrew in an all white class. One of you to a whole Caucasian class. No, that's not it. I'm pretty sure the teacher's teaching is engineered for that class, not you, the majority. So that stuff don't ever work to me. I don't like it. I want to be able to get my food. I want to be able to get some sun. I want to get some tropical. You can't live in another climate that ain't yours. You can buckle down and bear, but I don't know how she gonna be able to do that. A lot of stuff, a lot of things I didn't understand. Another group member mentioned to her that nursing could take longer depending on how much trouble they want to give her. Usually when you flew degrees, certifications, and you have a nice resume, they take offense to that. They feel threatened by that. They're gonna let somebody who could relate more get the job than you being qualified. So another thing I want to ask, as she goes to meet this, after she leaves this group, she speaks with the program director, Lisa, who don't even introduce herself because she's too busy staring at Corona. Didn't Corona say your name? Because Corona gave hers, I'm Corona. Yeah, come see. So she goes and tell her the class is taught in Iceland, whatever the language is. So is the written verbal course. So you need to learn this language now before you even apply to midwife, which is the program was closed 2 weeks ago. When she probably been there about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Explain to me how if I'm going to a Lil Wayne concert, I ain't know the concert was 2 weeks ago. You know the deadline for when you need to apply because that's something you're looking for. So now I'm not even buying her storyline. I think she ditched it, gave it up, came here to see Ingy, and if it didn't work for her and Ingy, she was going to blame it on her choosing to go to be with Ingy is why she ain't where she at.
Right.
That's what I think. Didn't appear like a failure. or I chose some man over school.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
I think she didn't have her shit lined up. She didn't do no research, but you stuck on being, a midwife, and that's what you want to do with your career. But you did nothing to find out the schooling there and everything that's required. Now it looks like you're set back for like 2 years, really.
Yeah, 2
If
years.
you stay there, you set back 2 years, and you have to learn that language.
Yeah, because she wondered if she could learn a language simultaneously while going to school, and the lady said that could take 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's already going to take a year or something for the language, if you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
She said anything's possible. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Wow. My other question is, girl, you already met with the group. You isolated out. It's about 4 of y'all. All of y'all was blown to that country. That was it. 2, they already told you they discriminated against on the applications. So my third thing is, once you become a midwife,
$1 million question is,
all those Caucasian women gonna let you touch their Caucasian baby, pull their Caucasian baby out, and guide them on their paternity experience the pregnancy experience with their baby? No, ma'am. Mm-mm. You might end up being a maid or a nanny before they let you do that. You can serve us, ma'am. You cannot assist and help. And I wouldn't even choose you to have another woman, Caucasian, thinking that she's beneath you. Mm-hmm. I won't even do it. Plus, they have thought about how they want their money to recycle. So I'm giving it to her anyways.
Yep.
For the sake of my future child. He ain't got to come and work for you. He could go work for her.
Yep. Peace.
You already going to get discriminated again on the application process. Not to say that it's not possible. But 2, how many jobs you going to land? I could see if it was diverse. You going to get a job as a midwife. But I even question that part. You reached all your accomplishments.
Mm-hmm. Just being honest. Mm-mm.
I'm still baffled about how she didn't know the deadline for entering the program if you so obsessed with the program and you want to go to this school. If I want to play for LSU, how do I not know when the basketball team tryouts are done? Like, what? Mm-hmm. I want to study abroad various subjects I'm looking into as well. And I already knew that you needed to learn the language. The language they're going to use during class is not your native language. You're going to use theirs. So you might speak it, but can you read it when you're giving a test? So I don't know, guys. That was pretty much this episode of 90 Day the Other Way. Nothing much. They barely showed anybody, just Joanne, which, all right, now, that's overplayed. What y'all doing next episode? Everybody know now what. Why is Nicole there? I don't know. Anyways, guys, this was the reaction. Mighty short, mighty quick and to the point. Leave your comments in the yay down in the bottom where we hang out. Mm-hmm. If you scared to come in the little trap section, go ahead. Don't worry about it. Be nice when you come in here, though. Take your shoes off when you come in and be hospitable. Anyways, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. We out.
Bye.